As we said, the bodies of the 4 South Africans who drowned at the Portuguese Island will be repatriated on Monday. Our reporter Sibongile Mkani-Mpolweni is in Maputo and in conversation with the South African High Commissioner in Maputo. Let's cross live to her. A very good morning to you, Sibongile. What can you tell us today?
Good morning, Desiree. Yes, the latest is that the paperwork is being conducted and the bodies will be repatriated tomorrow morning back to South Africa. But this is the third drowning that we are covering in this country, and in all these incidences, the family are complaining that they are not getting any help from the South African High Commissioner's office here in Maputo in terms of consular services, while the office is saying we are helping, and we've seen them in the past incidences where they've been there organizing and helping with the search. But we just want the High Commissioner, Mr. Mpatla, just to explain to us and to the viewers, what are these consular services, what do they entail, and what is required from this office in terms of incidences like this. Mr. Mpatla, good morning and welcome to SABC. Yet another drowning of South Africans in Mozambique. You've seen lots of these cases here. Just tell us your view and what has to be done in these cases.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers. Firstly, I would like to take the opportunity to express our condolences as the South African Embassy in Maputo to the families of the deceased. And to further indicate that as the office of the South African Embassy in Mozambique, we deal with a lot of cases of South Africans in distress, not only drownings. South Africans come here a lot, and one way or the other, people do get into difficult situations. Some get arrested, and as the embassy, we are expected to provide support. And the kind of support that we render as an embassy is really more of a, firstly, supportive nature, but mostly communication with relevant government agencies to make it possible and easy, for what needs to be done. In this particular instance, we were very much in touch with the maritime authorities and getting regular reports from them. But, the resources of the embassy, even though we are not able to make money available to families, but we do make other resources available. We make available our personnel, we make available our vehicles, and we have Mozambican staff here who speak Portuguese, and they help, in extending our reach in terms of the very important issue of communication. So these are the sorts of services that we are able to render. What we are not able to do as an embassy, because we just don't have the resources, for that, is to be able to finance operations, for example, where the capabilities for doing sea searches are required. We're just not able to fund those things. We're not even able to fund families to travel to come to Mozambique. But ours is really support of a logistical nature, of a financial nature, communication and interacting with the government agencies and whatever relevant stakeholders.
Tomorrow we're hearing that the bodies will be repatriated. What is the embassy's role there?
Well, when a body has to be repatriated, there is a requirement for an import license. And this is something that is done with the facilitation of the embassy. And so we are going to be rendering that service. In this particular instance, we are happy that all of the 4 bodies have been recovered. We've had an instance, at least, where to this day the body has never been recovered. But we are happy that there is going to be something that we are going to be able to repatriate to South Africa, because we do understand that these are very important things to assist families to find closure, to be able to find the body, and we assist in the repatriation of the body.
Maybe lastly, what would you say to someone who's coming into South Africa, from South Africa into Mozambique on a holiday, just to be cautious of, or should they alert the embassy that they are here? What should they do?
Well, it's something that we try to communicate, that it's very important for South Africans when they travel to make the embassy aware of their presence. And secondly, coming on holiday, it's quite important to be well guided about what to do, what not to do, where to go, when not to go. Because our experience is that, the beaches, for example, here, are quite different perhaps to what South Africans may be accustomed to, in the sense that, you may not always have very, very clear demarcations. So you need to be quite aware of where you may swim and where you may not swim.
Thank you. That was the High Commissioner here in Maputo, Mr. Mphahlwa. Just to put you up to speed, Desiree, we were told that 3 other people had drowned, South Africans had drowned during December here in Mozambique of similar nature. And the last body that was repatriated was on Friday, this past Friday, of another 17-year-old who had drowned here in Mozambique, from a South African who had drowned here. And the Office of the High Commissioner had helped in that the body was found and repatriating that body back to South Africa. So South Africans are warned really to come make their first stop at the embassy just to introduce themselves and to say, we are here, we are this number, we are going to this part of the country, and maybe they will get tips on what to do and how to go about their holiday here in Maputo. Desiree?
So much, Sibongile. It's a tragic story, but puts in the spotlight once again the importance of following safety regulations.